Hello, and we're gonna hop back to the energy ball stuff. And so let's take a look at where we are in Nuke. And actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna copy this. We're just gonna isolate this element, and I'm gonna make this black. And so we can see that. We can add that, we add that, and then we add that. So I fill the area. I have a subdominant. It's not really here. It's a little bit difficult to see, the proportion. So I tried to have 3 layers, the cloudy stuff on the inside that filled it up, then a bright outer ring, and then an even brighter, accurate, sharper ring around the end. So like an accent. So dominant, subdominant, accent. And the way that's done is I do it on this pass. And this is with the Fresnel. So this is an alternate shader on this element. So I got that shader, I have that shader. And you can see they're slightly different because I'm using 2 different versions. So you can see this one's 7 and that one's 5. So, rendered out a bunch of things, saw what I'm getting, and then, I mixed and matched. So I ran up a bunch of versions and then just smashed them together. See what I got. So, and I believe I animate this on. As you can see, there's no alpha to this. It's all additive. And so on an element like this, strictly speaking, what we do is I animate the brightness up. And so it's, this kind of crazy element sort of starts out kind of chill, and then it gets really angry. And then it pops. So a big part of the anticipation for the next element is driven in this energy ball effect. So there is that guy, and so we can hop on over to the. We're gonna have to go to the out, and what I do here is I want to. How did I do it again? Oh, here it is. Here's this alternative shader. And so as you can see, I have a take list here. Let me just open up. And this is usually how I divide my stuff here. Whoops. Take list. So I didn't use a lot of takes. But on this energy ball, what this does is I just have a shader switch out on the energy ball. Here, I believe I do it here. Yeah, so you can see how I just use takes to flip out that shader. And so I can use the same element, use a shader. I sort of do not recommend takes because it'll catch you. You'll forget they're toggled. You're gonna forget they're toggled in other stuff like that, and then it sort of gets a little bit messy. So I recommend, like, what I should have done in hindsight is I should have, copied this element, just put another material on it. So I just have 2 of these guys, 2 object nodes, and then 2 SOP nodes. So we can look at the Fresnel shader, and you can see I sort of indent this stuff as, sort of like an inheritance thing. Like this guy inherits from that guy. And this is just an organization thing. So these energy lights, they inherit from energy ball. So it's just a way to, keep me organized. So, let's hop to shop. And we'll dive into the Fresnel. And the Fresnel is calculated right here. There's the edge fall off right there. And so basically get the complement. So that's going to give you the brighter edges. And then I put a really big or a really heavy bias on it. So that really biases it to the outer edge. And then I just multiply that in, and then it goes into the alpha. So that is that's sort of the basic. It's pretty much I copied the energy ball shader and then added this edge fall off node. And I think this is this is an OTL. So if you want to see the math, it's just a dot product pretty much. So there you go. Yeah, edge fall off is high. So that is what I primarily did to the energy ball. So to recap, just some noisy spheres with a noisy shader on it, and then I copied it 3 times. Oh shit, that was a big sneeze. That like knocked my headphones off. That sneeze was so big. I'm better go get some vitamin C. So I'm gonna stop here, and that's another important thing. Got to take care of your health. You got to exercise regularly and eat healthy. Because if you don't do that, really your work declines. You want to be running at an optimal level. And to do that, you have to take care of yourself. Eat healthy, so like reduced sugar, like no sugar if you can. And sleep well and exercise. You want a full 8 hours. So, if you get working on your personal project, you work 8 hours a day at work, you come home, you try to put 4 hours in on your personal project, you go back to work, put in another 8 hours. Well, you worked a 12-hour day. You're not going to be too productive at work. You're going to get sick. You just won't be performing well. So taking care of yourself is very important. So I'm going to go take a break. All right, thanks for watching.